Hi, I'm here to talk about why we should raise the minimum wage in the state of Pennsylvania. What is the minimum wage? Well, the minimum wage is a basic wage for all workers that stemmed from the Fair Labor Standards Act of 1938. And that was created by Franklin D. Roosevelt, our president at the time, during the Great Depression, when he realized that people needed equal pay. So, what was trending at the time from 1938 to 2009, it was the minimum wage was changing every year or 3 years, 4 years. In the 90s it did change. It did take like 10 years for it to change, but it has been over 10 years since we've seen an increase in our minimum wage when prices are skyrocketing at this point. So, quote I like from Franklin D. Roosevelt was this one that I have written down below that really sums up why we need a minimum wage increase. It seems to me to be equally plain that no business which depends for existence on paying less than living wages to its workers has any right to continue in this country. And by living wages, I mean more than a bare subsistence level. I mean the wages of decent living, meaning everyone should be able to live a decent life. So, getting into the reasons why. Inflation. Inflation has risen over 4% the past 3 years. So, from December 2018 to 2021 of December, it has risen a little bit, went down, came up a little bit, and then skyrocketed to over like 4 or 5%. So I know it was a little over a century ago, but it's nice to know how much prices changed. So from 1914 to 2021, the price change has been $507.22, meaning a $20 bill would get you maybe like 3 TVs now, depending what the cost is, of course. But one of the main things you will buy in your entire life, the most expensive thing you'll buy in your entire life, is a house. So, inflationist market, we're talking about a house. A salary of 42,686 will get you a house at the median range, meaning like a $200,000 house, somewhere around there. Um, a $7.25 per hour, 40 hours per week salary is $15,080. That is not going to buy you a house. That's not going to buy you an apartment. I mean, you may get by with some roommates, but what's the point if you can't live the way you want to live? You should be able to afford the things you want with your salary. And this is not going to buy you anything. It may buy you an apartment, but will it buy you food or utilities or internet? There are so many other costs you have to think about. So, more people would actually want to work. So, this will increase hiring. And it's a good start for first time employees as well. They'll be able to save up for a car. Most of them are probably in their teens, starting at least. 16 is the starting age, I believe, in Pennsylvania. So $15 an hour would be great for saving up for college or trade school, car, apartment. There are so many things that teenagers are trying to save up for to live decent lives. And one of the popular food brands that has been doing this is McDonald's or Sheetz, Rudders, possibly many others have been doing the $15 per hour, which has been great for many workers. And this will actually help people afford things, especially if they have family or a house that they need to pay for and have been laid off or fired from a certain job and need a minimum wage job just to get by because they don't have qualifications for anything else. So, this will also be less cost to the government. People who are in poverty or very low paying jobs and have a lot to pay for go on welfare usually. So EBT, Medicaid, Medicare, cash assistance, etc. There's probably more, but those are the main ones. But public welfare spending has been going up 52%. And that also includes the federal income to the state because it was $17.9 billion dollars, but now, as of 2012, it is $27.2 billion dollars, which is a crazy amount of money going towards people. Of course, people need it, but it could also go towards education, services, cor- corporations that help others, homeless shelters. But we shouldn't even be needing homeless shelters if we raise the minimum wage where people can actually live in a home. Okay, why should we raise minimum wage? It's perfect for teenagers. Our prices will raise. A McDouble will be more than $2. Prices are raising anyway. They're going to continue raising because inflation is going to happen throughout our entire lives. So, economists have concluded that inflation does not follow wage, actually. Wage is its own thing aside from inflation. Inflation just does its own thing. So, wage will not affect that in any way, really. The only thing it will affect is mostly products. Of course, products will cost more over time, but they'll may cost a little more because of the wage change. But it's only by a slight amount. Even though it's $8 more than the 7.25, it'll only cost maybe 30 cents more. For example, in Denmark, I know, not our country, not a state, nothing. But they started their wage to $22 or whatever currency they use. And their Big Mac was 4.80. Now it's 5.15. So that's only like a 35-cent difference. So products, yeah, they will cost just a little more, but that's I rather pay a little more for a Big Mac than have someone not be able to live in a decent life. And here are my references. Thank you.